Is like when people try cinnamon in a shepherd's pie. It shouldn't work, and it probably won't. It's Stacey Solomon and James Acaster.
Which one of us is cinnamon and which one's the shepherd's pie?
Everyone likes you, so you're the shepherd's pie.
All right, then.
Whereas you're sweet and sexy.
I'm happy either way with this.
James, Stacey, how was your lockdown?
Good.
Yeah.
We did it together. Yeah, we went into lockdown together and we've been revising all year for this. We got ourselves a tent.
With the kids.
With the kids.
With the kids and my partner.
That can make things a little bit awkward, but not when you're rolling with cinnamon here.
Yeah, well, you're rolling with old cinnamon knowledge, which is what I call myself in the quiz world. It's fine.
James and Stacey, what have you got as a team name?
Cinnamon knowledge and the shepherd's quizzer. Shepherd's quiz.
How long were you revising for this moment?
A year. And if I'm honest, we were in that tent before there was even a lockdown announcement.
You can over-revise.
I'm going to read you an excerpt from a letter that hit the news back in September. All I want to know is, who was it from and who was it to? Here's the letter. Like the brief time we had together a year ago in Singapore, every minute we shared 103 days ago in Hanoi was also a moment of glory that remains a precious memory. Such a precious memory that I have in my unwavering respect for you will provide impetus for me to take my steps when we walk towards each other again someday in the future. Who was that letter from and who was it to?
I've got no idea.
I need both for the point.
You got both.
What'd you go for, James?
Like
Stacey?
cinnamon and shepherd's pie.
Well, now you sound like a crime-fighting duo.
Yeah. Imagine if Cummins joined our ranks.
No, he'd really bring us down, I think.
Yeah, but he'd be like the wild card on the force. Doesn't play by the rules, and we always have to apologise for it. Or not apologise and throw it back in the public's face.
Finally, in this round, I wanted to know who wrote that moving letter I read to you. Who do you think it was from? Who do you think it was to? Quite sentimental. What did you think, James, Stacey?
It was actually from me to James.
And you can't prove that didn't happen.
Those were your exact words?
Exact words on day 2 of being together, practising for this quiz.
And I was embarrassed, because my letter was a lot shorter.
Oh, it was
Mine just
rubbish.
said, Hanoi good, you cool. That's all it said.
Tiger King Carol Baskin asked you if you knew what her trademark greeting was. Did you get this?
Oh, yeah, we did get this, actually.
What did you put?
I didn't do a murder.
That is maybe one of her catchphrases.
Yeah.
What did you get?
They're great.
I mean, I see where the mix-ups happened.
We haven't seen it.
Tony the Tiger isn't in it. There's no reference to Frosty.
Well, then I feel like it shouldn't be called Tiger King, because if Tony's not in it, the king isn't in it, is he?
Very true.
Really good. I asked you what term was coined to describe Harry and Meghan moving to America. Did you get this? You did, of course.
Megxit.
Megxit.
Yes, because it sounds like Brexit.
Stacey, Megxit or...
I said Megxit.
I thought it might be Brary.
Brary?
Yes. Brexit and Harry together. So we agreed to disagree, but we went with Megxit first.
I think you get a point there, really. And you got this, David, Maya?
Yeah.
We spelt it with a Z instead, though, which is more futuristic and dynamic than the ancient X.
Cowabunga, dude.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah.
We're big in the game.
Yeah, you're massive in the
We're
game.
down with the kids.
Huge.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, points all round there. Joe Wicks asked you if you knew what the government's third COVID slogan was. Have you got it?
Yeah. Kiss, cuddle, shag.
I was dubious about this answer.
What did you think it might be?
Like, don't kiss, don't cuddle, and definitely don't shag.
Well, the tent said differently.
James, Stacey, you've gone with...
James?
Back to the Future.
But hang on, one of the quotes ended, what a waste of time, better watch Back to the Future again.
Yeah.
Right, so you think it was someone was caught in a loop watching Back to the Future over and over again?
Well, they went to watch it, they were, that was rubbish, and then by the end of the rant, they were like, I could be wrong, actually. I better watch it again. Doubted themselves.
James, what did you write here?
Hair transplant too.
You're thinking he's only gone and got extensions. Hair transplant too.
Jimmy, why don't you grow it long now?
I quite like it like this.
That seems like a waste. If you're going to get a transplant, just go for a full, like, a horse's mane or something.
Yeah. You definitely missed the
If they
trick.
could do that, you know I would.
I was talking about putting the toothpaste back in the tooth jar.
The tooth jar.
Tooth jar. You know, the tooth jar.
The paste receptacle.
What is it called?
The tooth jar.
What is it?
The tube.
Tube. You couldn't think of the word
I couldn't
tube.
think of the word tube.
The paste rocket.
I had this last year. I forgot, for a brief moment, as in a restaurant, I forgot what the concept of a child was. And a child walked past me, and I was like, what the fuck is that tiny human? And for a minute, I didn't know what a child was. And I didn't remember what tube is. What does that mean?
What does it all mean, though?
So, I said about this guy getting the toothpaste back in the tube. Had he had a little hand shandy?
He had not had a hand shandy. He's one of the few people on Zoom that hadn't embarrassed himself in that way. Richard, you got this right.
Yes, he said that an actor's apartment was a sorrowful affair.
That is it. You didn't get an answer for this at all.
We wrote had wank.
Had wank, yeah.
Yes, I thought it was the
We
man
thought
that
it was
had
the man who had the wank.
Oh, no, he's not the man that had the wank.
Why would you ask us about anyone else?
Yeah.
That's mad. Do you know
because-
what? You're mad. You're mad, mate. If you're asking someone who embarrassed himself on Zoom and you know there was a man who had a wank, you're mad for not making it him. You're absolutely mad. We're not wrong here.
I asked you what doom scrolling was.
We put scrolling through online news in 2020.
That's the correct answer.
Oh, wow.
It's, doom scrolling is obsessively scrolling through an excessive amount of apocalyptic news.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What did you guys get? Nothing?
Tinder at a funeral.
That is what it should be called. Doom scrolling. Question 4 in this round. In September, former Art Attack presenter Neil Buchanan was forced to issue a denial. What did he have to deny?
Oh, my God, I missed that one.
I'll write genocide. You write what you want to write.
You all right there, Stacey? You look a bit like you've just stared up and thought, is there anything there?
Yeah, I'm just...
You look a bit like the
I am
abyss.
questioning the world because I didn't think Neil could do anything wrong, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's not so much that he did something wrong, but people were saying something about him that he didn't do. He didn't do anything.
Oh, good. So he's defending himself.
He's defending himself. He did
I thought
nothing
he got
wrong.
in trouble.
Even if he'd done it, it would have been a good thing. It would have been fine. James, what are you eating?
Ice cream. It's melted perfectly. This is, I'm
What
very
flavour are
happy.
you?
This is peanut butter ice cream right now.
Wow, that is heavy. Simple question. Who the fuck is Nandy? Who's
I
Nandy?
know this shit.
Do you?
Nandy.
Who's Nandy?
I ain't telling you.
Why are you being stiff?
Huh?
Why are you being weird now? We were
I am
friends.
being stiff. These are our questions. We're not giving you the answers. No peeking.
All right,
You ain't looking at nothing.
it's fine.
Oh, shit! I meant to just do that, and then I nearly killed you instead.
That's a little
that
bit
was
of
Maya, that was the scariest moment of my fucking life. In my mind, when I smacked it against the thing, it just streamed down so you couldn't see anything. I didn't think it'll topple over and kill some.
Can I just say, I am Jewish, so obviously when James suggested this answer, I thought, well, what the hell do I know? It could well be this. But now that everyone's saying Mariah, it seems a ridiculous answer.
So you thought it might be the Bible and it was God's biography. You thought that might have been in God's biography, where she gets proposed to and they go on a helicopter ride.
Yes, because
that
God
bit
is
of the
a
Bible.
she.
I don't know that bit of the Bible. I mean, I've not been to Sunday school in a while, but I think that would have stuck out.
A lot of stuff happens in that book. It's who's got time to comb through it all.
Would you go to the moon if someone offered you, like, all the money that you'd want?
I don't know what I would spend it on at the moon.
I thought you were going to go, would you go to the moon if you had the opportunity? But you actually asked, would you go to the moon for the right corporate fee? Of course you go to the moon.
If we're talking about offshore, that's got to be offshore, isn't it? It's got HMRC can't touch me up there.
What if there's nothing? Sometimes I look at the sky and think, what if I am in the Truman Show?
Why are we even doing this? This is such bullshit. There's nothing up there.
No, but I don't think it's
I
a
don't.
bad thing. Just like, what is time? What is
What
space?
if there's nothing?
Christ, Stacey, don't start on that. Don't pull that thread.
No, but she has got a point. You never know.
I don't think this is the show for existential angst.
I know I'm not
Give it
angst about
time.
it. I've just
You're
been...
not angst, you just think there might be nothing and no such thing as time.
Stop silencing her. Let her speak. And we might find something out about the universe.
I'm just saying, if you know, when people are like, oh, you're late, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Says who?
Actually, I take that back. Let's move on.
Just because you decided there was time.
It's the producer of Loose Women and you need to be there.
You don't know.
I asked you why Laura Clark became the centre of attention in the sporting world back in September. What have you written there, David?
Djokovic hit a tennis ball at her.
That is the right answer, but I'm interested, James and Stacey, you remember it differently.
Well, you said September as a clue.
You said,
Yeah.
what happens in September? So we were like, oh, it's sports day, egg and spoon race.
Egg and spoon champ. You know, they would always do like a parent
She
race.
does look as if she's doing an egg
She
and
looks
spoon
like she's
there.
doing egg and spoon.
She's just been hit in the neck with a tennis ball, high speed, and then they disqualified Djokovic. Richard, what have you got?
She got hit by a tennis ball.
That is the right answer.
Yeah.
Point.
Weird time for the guy on the left to propose, isn't it?
I wanted to know why footballer Eric Dyer posted this image to his Instagram with the caption, "The real man of the match." James and Stacey?
He
married a toilet.
Craig David wanted to know what tech billionaire Elon Musk and his partner Grimes named their child. What did you put? James, Stacey?
Craig David.
You think they named their child Craig David and we got Craig David to ask the question?
Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it?
That would be great. You're correct and you're wrong at the same time. Next, I asked you what Gal Gadot and some of her celebrity friends did in a video. Did you get this?
We said...
They sang Imagine in 15 different keys.
I mean, that is specific. James, Stacey?
Yeah, imagine.
OK.
Sang Imagine, but it was shite.
Let's remind ourselves of the cringeworthy and pretty painful to watch rendition.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. Nothing to kill or die for. They say that I'm a dreamer. And the world will be as one.
Yeah, it's fairly cringeworthy. If you listen very carefully, though, at the end, you can hear John Lennon turning in his grave.
I just don't get the point. I was like, oh, this is cute, but why? Like, it doesn't...
No, it fixed coronavirus, don't you remember?
No.
They did that right at the beginning as well.
Yeah.
That's, like, early to go nuts. Even now, I don't feel on the verge of texting anyone and going, do you want to do something that batshit?
I asked you what Neil Buchanan was forced to deny back in September. What did you write on this, James, Stacey?
We could only ever imagine that it was that he could fly or...
Existence of God.
Yeah.
Joe, Richard, what did you get?
Natural selection.
You think he denied in September of this year natural selection?
He was forced to.
And then you've written underneath?
He's not dead.
He's not dead. No, he's not dead. I think Maya and David have the answer. David?
We put he denied being Banksy. Just like Banksy would.
That is the exact right answer.
Wow. I knew he was just such an amazing person.
How's the ice cream go? You've had a pint of peanut butter ice cream.
I'm eating the whole thing. I feel sick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, peanut butter ice cream will do that to a man.
Doesn't feel good.
I actually think me and him would be friends in school. How old are you?
35.
Is it?
Yeah, boy.
Well, you're my age, 26.
No!
It's good.
35!
You haven't got facial hair. You still look new.
Yeah, I'm a new boy. Heart attack.
Wow, you are on a sugar high.
Never felt so alive.
So they did a fashion show in the middle of the pandemic.
Oh, I know this
Obviously,
one.
people couldn't be there, so what was unusual about that fashion show?
Oi. SS.
If
back
only
off.
I wasn't short-sighted.
Curtains going up,
The
curtains
curtain's going up, OK. Chris Kamara asked you if you knew why South Korean football team FC Seoul were fined $81,000. Did you know?
Did they use 2 footballs?
No, but it's a great idea to brighten up the game.
Wouldn't it? Easier to score a goal if there's 2 of them.
Easier to be scored against as well, really, though, when
Well,
you
not
think
if you
about
keep hold of them.
it. And what did you...
Well, Richard started it and asked me to finish it. He put, they filled the stands, and I put, with piss.
No. James, Stacey?
Well, you said that they put something in the stands that disrupted
Yeah.
it, so we put lovers.
I'm going to give you a point for that.
Yeah?
Who would have thought it, James?
They couldn't have spectators, so they used adult dolls. They basically used sex dolls to fill the stand. So, I mean, lovers. You put it very
They're
politely.
lovers.
They are lovers.
That's their
There
job.
they are. It's now time to step away from sport for Say What You See. So all you've got to do is say what you see in the pictures, and it'll give you a headline from the year. So say what you see as quick as you can.
Oh, yeah, it's the whole... It's one phrase. So, balls, ward...
Something ward, ton.
Maya, you should get this because this is Bristol related.
Yeah, I know. Don't put pressure on me.
Yes! I got it.
OK, great. Write it down. Write it down.
Edward.
Bristol related. That's the
Edward.
clue.
Taken down.
We got it.
OK. James Acaster, I've never seen you this excited.
I finally found what I'm good at in my life.
Yeah.
And it's this.
OK. What have you got, James?
Edward Colston statue taken down.
Yeah, so...
Cole, stand up back!